Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Medicom Toy Mafex Marvel number 96. Here we have the Tiger Stripe Wolverine. So this is the official Mafex. This is not the CT Toys, which I'm not sure if this version of the CT Toys is actually released yet or not. I recently just got a bunch of Mafex figures. So if you follow me on Instagram, you will know that I got like 9 Mafex figures just now. Because I'm a big fan of Mafex. I think they make some really good figures, and I was catching up on some old ones, you know, and got any available MCU ones and stuff. So shout out and thank you to Big Bad Toy Store for making that happen and having them available and shipping them out to me. But this Wolverine is a little bit of a different story. It randomly popped up in stock at BigBadToyStore.com. I share links and everything, right? And so I'm always checking like what's in stock at Big Bad Toy Store, and one randomly late at night, one was in stock. And I'm thinking that's crazy. I jumped on it. I'm like, I want it, you know. So I jumped on it, and here we have it now. So it's kind of crazy. So always check Big Bad Toy Store. You never know what may become randomly in stock. It was probably that it's sitting in somebody's pile of loot for full 90 days or something, and then randomly became available. So yeah, that's probably what happened. So here we go. So the Tiger Stripe Wolverine, it's going to kick off kind of a long string of Mafex reviews that I'll be doing. So we'll go there. But, you know, for all your Mafex needs, make sure to check out BigBadToyStore.com. This Wolverine is sold out at the moment, but hey, ToySnowman.com, if you're interested, you can go there. They actually have the Wolverine in stock now. If you're looking to pick up the CT Toys version, that is something that you can get on AliExpress for like $20, whereas this thing is a $100 figure. But in my opinion, you can't beat original. While the CT Toys, my Miles Morales was not good, I've heard a lot of good things about the newer CT Toys stuff. So if you want to get a figure that is very similar, and a lower price, then, you know, CT Toys would be an option. CT Toys is not for me. You know, I like to get the originals, and that's just my preference on how I collect, but, you know, no shade if you want to go with CT Toys. That's okay. But if you're interested in the Mafex figures, you know, check out this review. So we'll get into it. We get beautiful color artwork there. It says, I'm the best there is at what I do. Wolverine, Mafex, Marvel, Medicom, all that. Number 96, you get all the different poses of Wolverine and the snicked there. So let's go ahead and get Wolverine out of the package and let's take a closer look. Hey guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Help me reach my goal of 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We're getting very close to the end of December and we have a little less than 300 subscribers to go. So if this is your first time to the channel, welcome. I do all kinds of action figure reviews, mostly Marvel, but I do other figures too. So hopefully you guys enjoy the content and like it, and hopefully I've earned your subscription, but go ahead and hit that subscribe button now anyway. Thanks. Okay, so here is the Wolverine figure out of the package. This Mafex. So I'm liking Mafex more and more and more. This is an older Mafex figure. This is a reissue. It got reissued at some point. Hopefully the brown suit Wolverine figure gets reissued. If Mafex was smart, they would reissue the brown suit Wolverine, since CT Toys is like taking over the toy community. You'd think Mafex would be like, oh, if CT Toys can sell an insane amount because they're bootlegs, maybe the official can get some sales. Obviously, I don't think they would do the same numbers because you're talking about something that's 3 to 4 to 5 times the cost. But I think people would definitely want to order the original. So we'll see. For those of you guys that aren't familiar, I keep bringing up CT Toys. CT Toys is a bootleg toy company out of China where they're reproducing Mafex figures. They're not. The way they're doing it, I guess they're cast molding, you know, the existing figures, creating new molds, and issuing the figure. They're not paying licensing fees to Marvel or anything like that, so that's why they can sell them extremely cheap. So that is what's going on with the CT Toys. So that's a little bit of background. CT Toys is making their version of this Wolverine. Again, they're tiny bit smaller than the originals, as you know, the recast process, I guess it shrinks it down a bit. But the quality is very good from what I understand. Mafex figures, quality is really good too. I've never really had any issues. I had one Spider-Man leg issue, but it turns out it wasn't really an issue. Sometimes limbs pop off, but you can pop them on. So I haven't really had any issues. A lot of the latest Mafex figures that I've gotten have all been really happy. So, no concerns there. This Wolverine figure, I'm very happy to have it. I can't believe at one time I was thinking, I don't really need the Mafex Tiger Stripe Wolverine. But the second it was in stock, I jumped at it like that's probably telling you, like, who was I kidding, right? I was just telling myself that because I didn't want to jump in and get an order in. But Mafex figures, I'm liking them more and more, and I think Nerdzoic has like Psylocke available, and has Jean Grey, but Toy Snowman also has Jean Grey. You guys let me know what you guys think. Should I pick up Psylocke? Should I pick up Jean Grey? If a Gambit figure were to ever come available again, I would instantly jump on that as well. But we'll see. But let's go ahead and get in for a closer look at this Wolverine, as I've done a lot of talking already. Okay, so here's an up-close look at the Wolverine figure. We get a couple of different head sculpts. So we kind of have the angry head sculpt here with the cowl. Then we have the more stoic, relaxed look there. And then we also get an unmasked Logan head sculpt, which looks really good. Very comic book-like with the blue in the hair. That looks really good, but I like that. I like that a lot. I have the X-Force Wolverine, and we'll do a proper, side-by-side comparison of that. But this Wolverine did not come with an unmasked head sculpt, so it's cool that, we could probably do that there. But anyway, back to the Tiger Stripe Wolverine. One thing that is a little bit odd, I would say, about this, and they did this with their first original Spider-Man figure. I don't remember what number it was, but, once the more toned down blue and red flat colors, number 185 or 186, I forget the number off the top of my head. When that one got announced, I sold off the Spider-Man. I'm not the biggest fan of the metallic coloring, so you can see metallic blue everywhere. I would have preferred black for the tiger stripes instead of the metallic blue. I don't know why metallic blue. It looks good. Other than the stripes, I think black would have just looked so much better. I just don't really understand why the metallicness to it. But other than that, it looks good. And then one big complaint that I've seen, and I get it now, is the claws are extremely long. I don't know that I have an issue with the length. A little bit, because realistically, that doesn't work with this forearm. It's a toy. Like, is it that serious? Probably not. But they're also straight, so you can see the blades are completely straight. The X-Force Wolverine kind of fixed that issue, right? So you have the curved blades, which makes a little bit more sense as they would curve into his body a little bit. And even, well, I'm trying to think movie-wise, they're probably not as curved. They're probably fairly straight, but they're also not as long. So as you can see there, they're not as long. These ones a little bit more realistic. It would be cool there. You could swap them out if you want, and then you got to do some paint stuff, sure, or whatever. But one thing is, very signature, as you can see, the back of the hand has those parts where the blades come out. So we have that there. So we get the claws, of course. Then we get fists to go along with Wolverine. These are actually out of the package. He has the fists on, and then we just kind of have these open, relaxed hands here as well. Let me grab those. And those are the accessories that we have for Wolverine. We also have the cowl for when you have the unmasked Logan head sculpt on there. So to swap the heads, you just simply pop off. Let's get the cowl on there, and we'll just put that over his neck there, and then we can get the Logan head sculpt on there, and then bam, we got Logan, and that looks pretty good. I like it. And you have the cowl down, resting over his back, and that is pretty cool. So you get some options in there, which is quite nice. So we'll pop that back off. Whoops. Sometimes this happens with Mafex. I'm not the biggest fan of that, so I'm gonna have to work that ball peg. Let's see, how can I get it? There we go. And then let's put the Stoic head sculpt on there. This is the one that came on the figure out of the package. And then we go with the Wolverine. We got arm hair there, and it looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and go over the articulation. Okay, so Mafex figures are highly articulated. They have a lot of great movement and everything that you really would want them to do or need them to do. So Wolverine can look up, which is great. He can look down, which is really good as well. So you got the neck movement, and then you can move the head on that neck as well. So all kinds of good movement. You get full rotation in there. You can get some really good pivot and everything like that on the neck. The arm, you can get the arm to go out, as you can see there. You could do a full rotation in there, and then we have a butterfly joint, so you can get the arm to go back really, really far, and then you can get some really good crossbody going there, which is nice. You have the shoulder pad here, which is attached on the back of that shoulder piece there. It looks like it's just kind of pegged in there, so that'll move around with the arm, which is quite nice. You have an upper bicep swivel in there. Double jointed elbow gives you that much bend at the elbow, so that is nice. Wrists swivel and they hinge. Ball peg wrist, so you could swivel it around and hinge it around as you need. We got the diaphragm cut and the ball joint waist, so using both together, you can get Wolverine to tilt to his left that much. You can get Wolverine to tilt to his right that much there. His claws are poking the hell out of me, by the way, so those are a little sharp. Leaning back, you can get Wolverine to lean back that much, and then crunching forward, you can get him to crunch forward that much there. The legs, you have the drop down hip feature, so you can bring them down, and then you could do, let's see, let me drop that hip down. How far? We can get the legs to go out that far apart. You can kick forward very, very high. The leg doesn't really go back a whole lot. You get some swivel in the thigh. I was saying fiddle, some swivel in the thigh there. So you could turn it a little bit. Double jointed knee gives you that much bend there at the knee. A lot of Mafex figures, almost all of them, have this little gap in the knee, by the way. So that is completely normal. You get some swivel on at that boot there. Foot hinges down. You get some hinge up. Ankle pivot, no peg holes at the bottom of the feet, and then you also get toe articulation there. So all really good points of articulation, everything that you would really want out of a figure. So that is good, and that's something to expect with all Mafex figures. They're all going to be packed with articulation where you want it, where you need it. Okay, to get this side-by-side comparison out of the way, we are taking a look at the Tiger Stripe Wolverine and the X-Force version of Wolverine. I will do some other comparisons with other Mafex figures to show you guys, but as you can see, these are about the same height. I don't think they use any of the same parts at all. They're completely different sculpts, completely different pieces. I was thinking, well, maybe the biceps, the arms there are going to be the same piece. They're not. So everything is completely new between the two figures, completely different to each other, which is cool. The brown suit might use some of the pieces from each one. I don't know. I've never had that one. I have no plans to get the CT Toys version. What I would love to get is an actual Mafex version. I'm not going to pay the ridiculous prices that thing is going for. Maybe CT Toys has lowered that price a little bit. I'm not sure. But I'll wait for Mafex to do a reissue. They do reissues all the time. I don't think they've ever done the brown suit Wolverine. I could be wrong on that, but maybe they'll do it. Again, if they're smart and they see what's going on with CT Toys, they would reissue that brown suit Wolverine. They're reissuing figures all the time. Carnage and Venom. Venom has had a reissue already because I had gotten the reissue before and sold it off. I didn't need it, but then I just got the new reissue again. It's on the way from Big Bad Toy Store. Carnage I never had, so I got that reissue coming. I heard Gambit had one at one time. Hopefully they do another one. But again, I'm going to be all in on all these Mafex comic figures at this point, I think. So hopefully we get some more. But let's see some other side-by-side comparisons. Okay, so here we have Wolverine and the Phoenix, Jean Grey. I didn't bring out my other comic X-Men. I got Storm, Cyclops, the X-Factor Cyclops. I would love to get the Jim Lee Cyclops. Hopefully they reissue that one as well. And then I have the AOA Magneto. Hopefully they reissue the regular Magneto. I haven't opened those yet, so I'll do comparisons as I do the reviews on those. The only other comic X-Men character I have would be the X-Force Deadpool. I just didn't bring that out. But here, size-wise, I think these look pretty good. Okay, and so here we have some of the recent heavy hitters. We've got Daredevil, Mafex Captain America, and then we got Spider-Man along with Wolverine here. And I think size comparisons with all of them are pretty good. Daredevil might seem a little bit too tall now that I have him here next to some of the other figures. Like next to Cap, he seems to be just a tad bit taller. So it's kind of crazy. He's got really long legs, and if anything, maybe, again, his legs are just a little bit too long. But lots of really good comic figures coming from Mafex. You guys let me know what you think. Okay, and then one more side-by-side comparison. Here we have the Batman Hush Superman, which is another fantastic figure that popped up in stock, and then I was able to get one through Big Bad Toy Store. So again, always be on the lookout for these random things that may pop up back in stock. So very happy to have the Superman, putting all these characters together, which is really awesome. Okay, so that is a review of the Mafex Wolverine. Hopefully it wasn't too long, just kind of quick to the point. Articulation is fantastic on the Mafex figures. Paint-wise, is always pretty good. There are, I think, some of the early ones, like I think the Jim Lee Cyclops had some rough paint issues. I haven't really seen any issues on any of the ones that I've had. I have heard stories, but otherwise still pretty good. You guys let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of this Mafex Wolverine figure? Is it one that you have in your collection, probably have had for years? Did you get any of the recent reissues or anything like that? You guys just give me your overall thoughts on the Mafex figures. Should I try to get Psylocke and Jean Grey? I think, again, Nerdzoic, I think, has Jean Grey and Psylocke, but Toy Snowman also has Psylocke. Not Psylocke, Jean Grey. I'm thinking I should pick them up. You guys kind of give me your thoughts if you'd like to see me pick those up. And then let me know what you think of Wolverine. Let me know if you have the CT toys. How's that treating you? Let me know all of that down in the comments below. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as always, thank you for watching.